Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. So my Paladin deck's looking pretty okay so far, but I'm more excited about Hearthstone opening up on Tuesday. Yeah, so there are 5 wings of Hearthstone. They're going to open up one every week, starting with the Arachnid Quarter, and during the first month, the Arachnid Quarter will be free, so you definitely want to get on Hearthstone now and get that, because each wing costs 700 gold to open. So you're saving 700 gold there. I've been saving gold for a long time, so I'm pretty set. But it is going to cost 2,800 gold in total if you want to open them all without spending any real money. Obviously, they have real money options, and there's a package for getting all of the wings open. It won't open them any faster.
I will fight
right?
with honor.
You can spend money, get all the wings opened, and save yourself like 2,800 in-game gold. And if you've bought one with gold, they will reduce the price of the open up all the others package. But those are all kind of slow cards. I guess I better keep him. But yeah, in-game is going to take quite a bit of gold. You really have to have been saving. They also released a bunch of new cards today, which are pretty exciting looking cards that you can unlock by playing through Naxxramas's like single player experience. Each wing is going to be, I think, 4 bosses, maybe 5, probably 4 bosses, like 4 computer opponents that have freaky, special, weird powers that you probably don't need to squelch. And yeah. I don't know if it's worth playing that secret right now, but it seems like I don't want to not play it, because it'll slow me down if I don't. Next turn I can make a 1-1. If she played a 3-2 creature, I want to be able to stop it with that. But otherwise, this might be a waste, so we'll see. Yeah. Of course, Naxxramas is going to have new Paladin secret, Avenge, which takes advantage of the fact that the rules change where secrets can now only trigger on your opponent's turn. Because originally secrets triggered whenever, but that meant some of the, like, say the Paladin one where when your creature dies it comes back with 1 health, you could really take advantage of that a little bit too easily. And those sorts of tricks where you kill the minion yourself were making it hard for them to release more and different secrets like they wanted to. So now, of course, I don't want to lose the turn of making a token here. Next turn I can do a token and this, or a big guy. But I figure I'm going to keep making those because my hand's really slow and I'm going to need all the card advantage I can get. And try to resume where I was talking from.
What to do?
Secrets. Yeah, they can make wackier, more powerful, more interesting secrets now that they have the new rule that they only trigger on your opponent's turn, because it means you can't force them. So they can go back to their original purpose, which is something that your opponent has to try and puzzle out what secret you have and play around it, or play in such a manner as to at least mitigate the damage as much as possible. The new Paladin secret, Avenge, is triggered when one of your minions dies, and it gives +3/+2 to another one of your minions at random. So if this was an Avenge, and I had only 1 minion out, if she killed it, it would trigger and like do nothing and be wasted, which is bad. But once you have 2 minions out, especially if one of them is tough so it's not likely to die right away, then if your opponent has to really worry about like what order they kill your minions in, because if that is an Avenge, whichever one they kill first, the next one's going to get much bigger. +3/+2 is a lot of stats for a 1 mana card. I think that will find its way into a lot more decks than most of the current Paladin secrets, which mostly suck. So I'm going to hit you for 1, and I'm going to play the bigger guy. It would be nice to get something done. She's just building up cards. I mean, I haven't been using stuff, but she hasn't been using anything much. And she drew cards with the Arcane Intellect, so it could get ugly. The new Mage secret costs 3 mana like all the Mage secrets. Whenever one of her minions dies, the secret would trigger, and it puts 2 copies of that minion in her hand, which could be crazy with pretty much anything, but especially with some of the sort of cheap to mid-range things with powerful battle cries or powerful death rattles. Death rattle, of course, being the main sort of theme of Nox Ramus. It's aiming for interactions when minions die, which can be death rattles, and it can be other things too, but yeah, it's really going to change the environment. Ow. There goes that guy. Not quite immediately killing it, though. Interesting. So I could silence her guy, that doesn't seem overly worthwhile. Nothing good to Blessing of Wisdom, because anything of mine that I bless would draw 1 card and then die. Like, get shot. And this isn't big enough to be worth doing that to. Especially since I'd want to silence her ability first. I don't want her getting her spells for 1 cheaper the whole game. Unfortunately, this guy isn't big enough to kill her. Do I have to actually waste this blowing that up? With spell power, no less. Or I could ignore it. Seems dangerous. I don't want to play this guy in Silencer because she can just kill him, though. So I guess I don't have a lot of choice. Well, when she attacks, she's going to die to the Noble Sacrifice. But my opponent's going to get free spells first. How big a deal is that? Because this is very valuable to me. I have very little direct damage, and that's a good one. I've got him in my hand, so I can do it for 4 damage next turn, even after he dies. You know what? I'm going to silence her. Because it occurs to me that she has no ability, and then if she attacks him, she's going to get the Noble Sacrifice. That seems decent. Interesting fact, if you had the new Avenge secret with Noble Sacrifice would come out, die, and its dying would trigger the Avenge and give +3/+2 to one of your other minions. So that's kind of cool.
What to do? What to do?
Some of the neutral cards, there's for 2 mana, there's the new Rubian Egg, which is, it's a 0/4 for 2 mana. Its Death Rattle is, or no, it's a 0/3, sorry. A 0/3 for 2 mana. Its Death Rattle is when it dies, it gives you a 4/4. Of course, if it died on your opponent's turn, that 4 would be able to attack right away, although it would be on their turn, so I guess they would have time to try and kill it or something. If that can get silenced, it's no good. There's no reason for your opponent to attack it, so getting it killed is probably going to take some effort. Although, I guess you could play it with the Void, whatever thingies in the Warlock side. That's unfortunate. So much freezing going on. Chrono Cold's very strong. She can waste a lot of time doing stuff like that. Oh, she's using her coin, so she can't Flame Strike next turn. That's good. I'm starting to worry about that. However, she might just have another freezing card to keep me frozen. You know what? She has no minions out. I'm just going to play the Harpy now. She's probably got 1,000,000 cards to blow it up with, so maybe I should be saving it for later in the game or something, but I think it's worth a try. If her plan was to freeze all my stuff and then AoE some more, that's not going to do it. Not with 6 mana. If this lives, then I could Blessing of Wisdom. Yeah, it was probably never going to live. It's unfortunate that leaves enough mana for her to kill that, though. God damn it. Oh, keep playing efficient stuff, I guess. If it takes her more than 1 spell to kill my minions, I'm getting ahead. But when it's area spells and they're freezing them and all that stuff, so my minions never get to do anything, so far I have not been particularly getting ahead. And she had the Arcane Intellect to draw her more cards anyway. Hopefully these 2 will take a little bit more to get rid of.
For the crusade!
Wow, annoying. You're okay. Alright, so think my current plan, I kind of like the idea of putting Blessing of Wisdom on one of my things when attacked, but I don't think I'm going to do that. My current plan is I play Knife Juggler, I play the Geomancer, who will do 1 random damage, which might help if it hits her. Then I can Hammer of Wrath for 4. Actually, that's not really changing things, is it? Maybe not use the Geomancer, just use this to trigger the Knife Juggler. And maybe I should kill him first so it has a better chance of hitting her. Because 1 damage to him doesn't actually help me any. Excuse me. Okay. Now, I don't like losing his Death Rattle, because that puts him in Firebolt range. But she's going to be pretty vulnerable if I just hammer and hit him. I guess I'm going to hammer him anyway, because I'm going to get a 1-1, and I'll find out what I draw. Whoa, I'm taking too long on my turn. Oh, man. The decisions, they aren't so easy. Consecrate? Well, I should probably think about it first, but I'm just going to do that. Screw you guys. I'm going Consecrate. Yeah, I barely got it in. The Consecrate was helpful, I think. Whew. Now, I did leave him vulnerable, but I have a whole bunch of other 1 hit point things that were going to die anyway. I'd rather keep her health above Flame Strike levels, is the theory.
I wonder.
Yes. Interesting. So, 1 neutral card in Noxramas getting a lot of attention is the Shade of Noxramas. It's a 2/2 for 3 mana. It has Stealth, so it comes into play untargetable and unattackable by your opponent until it does damage. It has Stealth, and it gets +1/+1 at the end of every one of your turns. Or at some point during your turns. Once per go around, it gets +1/+1. So you play it for 3 mana and you get a 2/2, but it's pretty much untargetable, unkillable. And then the next turn, it's a 3/3 already that you paid 3 mana for and is ready to attack. So it's already strong for that. Plus, if it survives any longer, it keeps getting bigger. What am I going to do about that? Maybe play the Weenie Patrol. I don't want to waste this. I hate that this is frozen, but I can't do anything about it, so... Alright, Knife Juggler. Draw a card and do 1 damage to something. Ooh. Hello. Screw my other plans. I'm playing Fatness. His drawback's pretty harsh, but I can still make a 1/1. I can still Blessing of Wisdom something. Possibly him, making him more of a target if she hasn't damaged him yet. This is an army, though. I've got a chance with this. That reminds me of the new legend that I just found out about today in Noxramas.
What to do?
Loatheb, or however you say that. Just one of the raid bosses or whatever. But he's a 5/5 for 5. And on your next turn, after he comes into play, all your opponent's spells cost 5 more. So your opponent can barely cast any spell-type cards on the turn that you play him, which helps protect him a lot. So that Flame Strike sucked, because Flame Strike sucks. It's OP, I hate you. But, we're gonna keep smashing. I guess we're gonna whip this out, since she doesn't have anything out, any minions out to kill it. She's demonstrated she has infinite spells for killing things. Do I play my Geomancer? Yeah. She has another AoE, then I'm screwed anyway. Might as well give it a try. Did my, game get shifted down? I feel like my game has been shifted downwards. I used to be able to see more, of her side. Oh, it's The size is like all wrong. Or something. What is going on there? Woo, graphical glitch?
What to do? What to do?
She had another goddamn flame strike. Well, that's about as bad as things can get. That is atomically mega bad.
Follow the rules.
Pay attention, class.
Reporting for duty.
I'm trying here. I've got a lot of efficient things, but nothing is as efficient as these giant mage AoEs that keep coming down. Every time she kills my entire side of the board, it negates all the work that I've been doing to have more stuff on my side of the board. So I've basically run out of steam now. If she can deal with all these guys efficiently, then I'm boned. Boy, this guy has less of a problem at one attack. These things are still so strong.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
Oh, more card advantage. That's what I needed, was her have even more card advantage over me. As she's already, like, wiped out armies worth of crap. Damn it. It's not helping. Also not helping. That is helping. Now, do I Divine Favor this guy so that I draw a card from that right away? Or do I Divine Favor the because he's going to die, right? Or do I Divine Favor the Gnomish Inventor so that she's less inclined to attack with him? Probably the Gnomish Inventor at this point. This is a bullshit top deck. Let's get some cards. I wish I could play him now. Oh, I can play him now. Excellent.
To Northrend. Victory. Last warning.
I don't know if that's the greatest play, but she can't shoot them both with this. She can shoot him and then kill him and draw me a card, or she can shoot him and have to do something else to kill him. She still has lots of cards. Now I've got stuff. She hasn't even done enough damage to me for this guy to kick in. I'm back in the running, though, because that is such a bullshit card. Bullshit.
To do.
Doesn't matter because she's squelched, but it's interesting to note that there's no FU emote. Still seems like one of the most important emotes would be the "that's bullshit" emote. Probably wouldn't use the word bullshit, but would be appropriate for many things. Ah, interesting. Yeah, that's going to start annoying her, but actually I've got too many of them, they're not going to do me enough good. So I could do him, I could do a token, make him a 6/6. If I Blessing of my him, he could kill one of these guys, but he's not going to, or I could do 6 damage to her. He's not going to survive either way. You do a 5/5 and freeze one of them for one turn. Should probably save this. I guess I'm playing him instead of him. I don't know if it's the best, but I kind of want her to hit me so I can get more value out of these guys. But why do I care about that? I should just gain the health. I'm losing one is not an issue. That's what I should actually do, is just play one of these guys. Because they fight well against this stuff, and I can save my others. Do that. I'm going to save this for some more, for a surprise, since I would have to trade a 3/1 to kill one of these guys. It would probably have been worth it, but trading a 3/1 and this card seems a little bit too much. So hopefully she doesn't have any more giant AoEs. It's still a little dicey here. But it's going to be harder for her to run me out of cards because I have a handful of fat stuff now.
What to do?
I gotta save him till I take at least a few damage. If possible. I have lots of other choices. Yeah, it turns out drawing 4 cards for 3 mana is a big deal.
I wonder.
It was like Sprint, except that I could still play lots of things. Oh, she's got some secrets in there that I haven't seen yet. Or she picked him hoping she would get secrets and then didn't, in which case he's just a bad 3/3. This would be a good time to get another consecrate. Holy crap. Come on, consecrate. Aw. I could freeze that guy, but then I can't play him. Ah, it's too expensive. If I play this, make a token, play him, he's going to come out gigantic. He'll probably get polymorphed, but it's worth a try. So let's do that.
Reporting for duty. The frost wolves stand ready. To battle.
Die, Bubble. Now, it's not like she can't deal with them. She has lots of meat on the board. But hopefully, if she doesn't have a polymorph or another fireball, it is going to cost her. She's had so many. She's had 2 fireballs, 2 flame strikes, a blizzard, a cone of cold. She's had crazy mage removal, and look at all these excellent goddamn minions. That, this, these. Holy crap! Her deck's like insane. Yeah, she's definitely doing that because she doesn't even have to freeze him now, or doesn't even have to kill him right away. I wish I could have drawn a consecrate last turn. It would have been ownage. It would have been amazing. But no. Now I get the consecrate. Still good. Not quite the same amazingness. So it'll kill that, which is good. It'll soften everything up. I'm going to try that because it makes it more likely he'll survive. There are a lot of things out there. So this may not be the best play, but whatever. Let's see. Last turn it would have been amazing. It would have changed the whole game completely. So now, if I Blessing of Might this guy, he can kill that. Or I could not Blessing of Might him, just these 2 guys kill that, and then I freeze something. Yeah, getting a 5/5 out would help me more. Now, which one do I freeze? This one does more damage. It's fragile. I guess I should freeze that. I can kill him next turn. She is actually running out of cards, which means I might be able to pull this off, hopefully. I have fat things in play, fatter than hers, and I've got fat in my hand. Plus, I'm so close to killing her. If one of these things, like even this guy gets to attack her with this, she's at 1 hit point. So we'll see. Of course, these guys are not going to survive very long. But yeah, his 4 damage plus that could kill either one of them. His 3 damage doesn't. Is the main thing. Choosing who to freeze. Freezing him wouldn't stop the taunt from working anyway. So. Okay, this late in the game, that's probably not the card she's looking for. That is. God damn it. She has such an overpowered, like, awesome deck. And if that's a mirror entity, I would be screwed. God damn it. Looks like at this point what I would want to do is kill that with this, and then hit her for. Is it? Could be a vaporize. I don't know. I don't have enough means to test which secret. You know what? I should bubble him and kill the ogre instead of trying to kill her. That's what I'm gonna have to do, because I don't know if it's a vaporize. It's not a mirror entity, which is another thing he proved, and even if it was, she would have got a 2/2. So it could be an ice block, could be ice armor, which is crap, which wouldn't bother me. It would negate one hit from him. But it could be a vaporize, which I've got to find out. For now, just try and demoralize.
You've got to be kidding me!
She has so much strong, fat, good minions to go with all that crazy removal. It's insane. So shoot him, kill him with that. That leaves me with a lot of stuff. If it's a vaporize, this will kill that. Actually, no, it wouldn't. Never mind, because the 5-2 is bigger anyway. Ah, oh, so tricky. Okay, let's see what it is, because this plus him equals dead.
This is my responsibility.
Just an ice barrier. Okay. Now, let's see. 9, 10, 11, 12. It'll be alive. It's putting all my eggs in one basket if I do that. It will make him big enough to survive that, though. I'm going to save the Blessing of Might, I think. Okay, this is 9. It could be at 6. The Blessing of Might will be enough to pretty much to almost kill him with anything next turn. Maybe it's stupid to leave this alive, but I don't know. This would be way more fragile if I didn't hit for 9. I want to get that 9 damage in, because now she's got to kill this, and she basically has to kill everything. Although I can't kill her next turn unless both of these guys survive. Another secret. That's gonna mess with my head. Yeah, that doesn't help you. He thinks it's game over. Oh, is it the ice block? Seriously? Wait, if it was the ice block, I should have attacked with a smaller one. Duh. Whatever. It short-circuited my brain. It wasn't an ice block. That's the important thing. That was a rough game. But all my crazy Paladin BS, mostly drawing 4 cards, did bring me back. Her deck was really good, though. That was a very rough opponent to run into as a second person. I guess we both had a 100% win rate. But damn. Yeah, I feel like that mage is going to go pretty far. Some cardiovascular stress there.
Uther versus Jane.
Another mage. It is not the same mage, thank God.
I will fight with honor.
Could be just as bad, but it would be hard to be much worse for me. Do I get rid of the starting hand Hammer of Wrath? I think I do. Some fair amount of 3 mana cards. Unless I'm confusing it with previous deck. Oh well. Not a very strong starting hand here. Although the Argent Protector is amazing. I don't think I've got much to do with him. Boy, that is not starting hand material. I could try and dump these guys. She's actually counterproductive for that purpose. The mage is trying to save cards and I'm trying to spend cards, though. That's interesting. I don't think I should try for that. I think I should just still play rational. Just fly casual.
Reporting for duty.
Do you like to play with
Ah, interesting. This will just get blown up. This guy can survive 1 spell, and it would make him survive 1 spell, which is like a horrible waste of his bubble, but I gotta go with what I can do right now.
The battle.
If she can do 2 spells, then she can kill them both, but her guy will also die. If she attacks first, then, oh, stupid coin. He is so much better with the coin. Oh, you didn't have 2 spells. I mean, a Yeti is better than a spell, probably. But it means my stuff is still alive, technically. You're worried about the noble sacrifice. Which is fine, because it means I can kill him with a 1-1. And still have my noble sacrifice. Hey, that works out.
To battle!
Guess I'll play Violet Teacher. She's pretty good.
My responsibility.
Should I be wearing down the Yeti, is a question. 2 damage to her isn't that big a deal. But he's going to get shot next turn.
This is my responsibility.
I hate damaging things without killing them, but I think that's what the situation calls for here. I think that's playing the odds. Because my consecrate's a lot more likely to work out with that. She's not attacking because she's so afraid of my 2-1 guy. Craziness. Should I consecrate now? So if I consecrate, then I can kill her with this and still have my secret. And I'll get a 1-1.
Let me think.
I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if it's the best, but it seems like
Ready to learn.
there are a lot of advantages to this play.
Instruction begins.
This is a lot of screwing around and not killing things, but I don't have that many cards in here that just kill things. This deck has a lot of good stuff, not a lot of complaints really, but having 1 or 2 True Silver Champions would make the deck so much better. Given the choice, I'm pretty sure I'd rather have the Consecrates than the Swords, but it's tough because the Sword is amazing. Finally gonna trigger it.
Get down!
She had to get rid. You can't just let me lord that over you for the whole game. It's kind of ridiculous. Freezing this guy is like a waste of time, but I feel like she's still got lots of resources to kill my Harpy with, I think. Maybe I'm wrong about that. She's just getting up to a lot of mana now, though. I think if I freeze that guy, continue the beatdown. If I play this to draw a card, I can probably play whatever I draw, but maybe not. And if I don't, then all I can do is make weenies that will get killed by an AoE.
I wonder.
You know what, though? I think I should do that. See what I get, first off, is very valuable to know, and I can kill him with her if needed.
Reporting for duty.
So, one area spell will kill off all my guys. That's not good. Should I save him for playing with a Consecrate?
Move quickly.
I don't know.
Instruction begins.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be in, like, death range if I do that. Ah, whatever. This was not a good plan. I should have played one of the big things, but... I'm overthinking it too much. Playing one of the 6-cost guys would and then just killing this with her probably would have been the smartest thing. I wonder what she had to choose against him, because he's not that great normally. He would make more sense in my deck where I have all these 1/1s and I have, like, her. Doesn't have enough mana left to finish her off. Interesting. Oh, that works out well. Let's do that. Because we can't let the Harpy live.
To battle!
Instruction begins.
Good stuff, good stuff. Doesn't look like I can empty my hand for Divine Favor anytime soon. She might start casting a lot of cards. Yeah. I don't like that, but in terms of Divine Favor, it kind of goes either way. Well, just a dumping card, like, getting the Inferior Harpy out would be good, but I can't risk it now because of that. Okay, I'm going to play this first in case it's a mirror entity. then I'm going to... See, I could silence that and then kill it with her, and she'd still be alive. But I could just kill this with her, lose her, and get the Harpy. If the Harpy could survive, that'd be awesome. And she doesn't have enough mana to Flame Strike and shoot the Harpy in one turn, so this is my window for that. I think I'm going to risk it. I don't have that many spells. I think his Fortunus is probably still better. Check for Vaporize. No, it's probably an Ice Block or something, but it could be a counter spell, which would be horrible for this. So I gotta make sure to test somehow that that's a counter spell before I play this, because goddamn, I do not want to have Divine Favor countered. That would be like the worst thing. Best counter spell ever. So I have quite an army now. One Flame Strike would go a long ways, but I would still get a horrendous amount of damage. In fact, if I top decked a Blessing of Kings, I would still win the game next turn. Blessing of Might would get me very close.
What to do? What to do?
In fact, if she Flame Striked, it might be worth risking the counterspell on a Divine Favor because of the odds that instead of a counterspell, it could be a Spellbender, it could be an Ice Block, and the Divine Favor could potentially draw me one of my minion enchantments, which would just about seal things up. But we'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it. This isn't like one of those jerkwad time-wasting opponents. I think she has some hard decisions to make here. Or maybe she is just wasting time. I think she's having a really hard time deciding what to do, or has possibly gone actually AFK, because she really ought to do something with her mana. Whoops. My opponent may have just left, actually. Okay, first off, I already know that it's not one of those, but I'm going to test it anyway. Good to know. Okay then. That makes life easier. I don't know, that could have been pretty interesting if she had stopped a lot of my stuff, but she did have to stop. She did have to stop a lot of my stuff to make a run at winning that game. Alright, well, 3 wins. It looks like a pretty solid Paladin deck. 2 Argent Protectors, 2 Harvest Golems, 2 Consecrates, 2 Violet Teachers, 2 Guardian of Kings. I just have so much efficient stuff, but I don't have his weapons. But we'll see if that matters, or how much it matters, next time. If you found that useful, or entertaining, or if you enjoy cookies, hit the like button. And check out Tales from My D&D Campaign on youtube.com/Demonac.